visited Pax River, and he said, and it's public that, it's probably the most advanced, naval aviation facility in the U.S. And he visited, and he said, if we were to store a craft, it would be here.
And I'll tell you, just being there and seeing it, if you were ever going to do a transfer, it would be logistically the perfect venue to do that.
And he said maybe there was even like that Lockheed trying to exfiltrate their UFO so that Bigelow could have their eyes on it and look at it. Maybe that craft was held there, and that it came down, I guess, out of the plume of this nuclear blast in 1962 in October. You had this bluegill triple prime test.
He said, well, he reached for some stuff sitting on his desk. These are things that have come down. I'm looking at, sitting on his desk, round rock,
So you're looking at like anomalous material.
And there were these Navy deck logs, and I believe there might have even been an outage on one of the ships. Like there was some radioactive.
Yeah, they lost power.
And he flew, I believe, to the U.S. in seemingly this kind of like emergency fit at 4 a.m. that night.
Yeah.
So it seems like something dropped out. And then there's a guy who used the Freedom of Information Act to request all records of UAV, UAP, UFO, any acronym related to UFO from the Starfish Prime series. And they were like, yeah, we have responsive records, but we had to forward them to the special, to the subject matter expert who knows about this. So, maybe you have to put, adjust your belief in that somewhat based on that. But, it seemed like a real request, and it seemed like he screenshotted the response. So, it seems like there's a tapestry of evidence that a UFO might have come out of this plume from bluegill triple prime, and it's just amazing.
I'm again not 100%, but very highly likely. I'm convinced it did.
Yeah,
and so that's what happened is we went and looked at all the deck logs for Jeff because he, great guy by the way, and because we know how we could read a deck log and know exactly what's going on, and so okay, the ship's doing this. This is what happened, and we were able to interpret for him what we think was going on.
Did you think that something anomalous was recovered
100%
from the deck log?
I do.